India has hit back at claims connecting Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the late US financier Jeffrey Epstein. India's Ministry of External Affairs has called the references baseless and contemptible. The controversy erupted after batches of Epstein-related files were made public by the US Department of Justice. Some of the files included emails and notes in which Epstein claimed influence over Indian affairs. In response, India's Ministry of External Affairs issued a sharp rebuttal. Spokesperson Randir Jaiswal has labeled the claims trashy remuneration by a convicted criminal and has urged contempt for such speculation. The statement by the authorities emphasized that Prime Minister Modi's Israel trip in 2017 was a landmark state visit focused on strengthening bilateral ties. The trip was aimed at boosting relationship between the two countries in defense, technology, and agriculture. Some of the released documents show Epstein claiming that Prime Minister Modi had followed his advice during the Israel visit and that it pleased the US president. Other documents from 2019 reportedly show Epstein urging former Trump aide Steve Bannon to meet Prime Minister Modi. It claimed that the Indian leader was on board with certain ideas and had discussed China and Pakistan as threats. Experts caution that Epstein often exaggerated his connections. So far, none of the documents show that Prime Minister Modi met Epstein in person or was involved in any wrongdoing. The releases spanning millions of pages and have renewed global scrutiny of Epstein's network of high-profile contacts. Let's talk to our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Sidhant Sibol, who's now joining us on the phone. Sidhant, your reaction to India's reaction to Epstein?
The Indian government has strongly dismissed the references to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's name in the Epstein files. In a strongly worded statement, the Indian Ministry of External Affairs not only rebutted but termed the claims as trashy rumination by a convicted criminal. Now, we know that the Indian Prime Minister was in Israel in July 2017, and the Epstein file refers to that visit, it looks like. But clearly, there is domestic politics. The Congress party has reacted. The Indian Foreign Ministry has reacted. But as part of the releases, we have seen globally such developments happening. In fact, we have seen in many Western societies, whether it's US and in UK, this is a big story. Sidhant Sibol for WION in New Delhi.